She knew the risks. Still, she pressed record. Late that afternoon, the woman sat facing her phone camera, her daughter just out of frame. Her voice was steady, but those who knew her could hear the fear beneath it. She spoke carefully, choosing her words as if each one carried weight. In the video, she exposed her husband, her estranged partner, accusing him of threats, manipulation, and violent behavior that had been escalating for months. She said she was afraid for her life. She said she no longer trusted the man she once married. She believed the camera would protect her. The video was shared quickly. Friends, relatives, and even strangers began reacting, commenting, and sending messages of support. Some urged her to go to the police immediately. Others warned her to be careful. A few said she was brave. What no one knew was how little time she had left. According to those close to the family, the marriage had been unraveling long before that video. What started as emotional distance had turned into something darker: control, intimidation, and repeated confrontations. The woman had reportedly tried to leave several times. Each attempt was met with threats, apologies, and promises that never lasted. Her daughter had witnessed more than any child should. On the day she recorded the video, she believed exposure was the final step. She believed that once the truth was public, her husband would be forced to back off. The camera, she thought, would hold him accountable. Instead, it may have pushed him over the edge. Just hours after the video surfaced, neighbors reported hearing a disturbance at the woman's residence. Some described raised voices. Others mentioned sudden silence that felt unsettling. When authorities arrived, what they found confirmed everyone's worst fears. The woman and her young daughter were both dead. Investigators believed the attack happened quickly. There were no signs of forced entry, suggesting the victims knew their killer. Evidence at the scene pointed towards someone acting out of rage rather than planning. A burst of violence fueled by humiliation, loss of control, and desperation. The primary suspect was immediately clear: her husband. The same man she had exposed on camera earlier that day was nowhere to be found. Police launched a manhunt as the video began circulating again, this time with a horrifying new context. What viewers once saw as a warning now felt like a final goodbye. As details emerged, friends revealed that the woman had repeatedly expressed fear that speaking out might provoke him. She reportedly told one person, "If anything happens to me, he did it." Those words now echoed painfully across social media. Authorities later confirmed that the suspect had contacted the woman multiple times after the video was posted. The messages were not apologetic. They were angry. Some were threatening. Investigators believed the confrontation that followed was fueled by his inability to control the narrative, or her, any longer. For the daughter, there was no escape. She was simply in the wrong place with the wrong parent at the worst possible moment. Her life ended not because of something she did, but because of a conflict she never chose. The case reignited a familiar and uncomfortable conversation: why victims of domestic abuse are often most vulnerable when they speak out or attempt to leave. Experts say the period immediately after exposure or separation is statistically the most dangerous time. Control is slipping. The abuser feels cornered. Violence becomes a final assertion of power. In this case, the camera did exactly what the woman hoped. It told the truth. But it couldn't stop what came next. The suspect was later located after a brief search. Authorities have not released all details surrounding his arrest, but they confirmed that charges include multiple counts of homicide. Prosecutors say the video will play a critical role in the case, serving as both evidence and testimony from a victim who never got her day in court. For the family left behind, justice will never feel complete. Friends have since described the woman as protective, resilient, and deeply devoted to her child. She had dreams of starting over, of giving her daughter a life free from fear. The video was meant to be the first step toward that future. Instead, it became a tragic reminder of how dangerous telling the truth can be when systems fail to protect those who need it most. Today, the video remains online, not as entertainment, but as evidence, as a warning, as proof that she tried. She spoke. She exposed him. And for that, she and her daughter paid the ultimate price.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.